Master Dave coming on saying, hey, Matt, love to hear your thoughts on how to properly warm up for a workout. Oh, very good. Excellent. So yes, warming up is good and crucial, but a lot of people get it horribly wrong because their warm up is terribly out of alignment with what they're actually trying to do. So first and foremost, remember that most people do not need to warm up for a workout. They need to warm up to recover from being sedentary for several days. So if I've been sitting in the car driving for 5 straight hours out to the mountains or whatnot, and then I'm going to get a workout in, I'm going to do more of a warm up, but it's not to get ready to work out. It's because I've been sitting in the car, I'm tight, I'm stiff, I'm sore, all these sorts of things. And that's usually the reality that most people have for warm ups is they need to recover from being sedentary, not prepare themselves for exercise. Second is your warm up should be in alignment with what you're about to do. Okay, so I can run on a treadmill for 15 minutes, do another 5 minutes of foam rolling, and stretch out and get my lats on and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, great. Now I'm all warmed up. Jump up on the pull-up bar and my body's going to be like, what the hell is this? You're not warmed up at all for this. And that's unfortunately what ends up happening a lot of the times is that we're, quote, warming up thinking we need to do warm-up exercises and stuff. And then when we go and work out, we're not in the slightest bit prepared for it because the warm-up had very little resemblance from the actual workout itself. So the best way to prepare ourselves for a workout is to do lighter versions of the very things you're planning to do. So if you're going to go for a run, light and easy jogging. When I was a bike racer, I would do a nice and easy lap around the course before hammering myself around the course. If you're going to be doing strength training, do lighter versions of the exercises you're about to do. If you're going to be doing anything that requires a big range of motion, you start using that range of motion to a shorter degree, and then you ease in. Like with Taekwondo, we've got our high kicks and everything, so I'll do lower side kicks and stuff. And you can do exercises that are very similar. So I might do like a really deep horse stance and shift side to side, or sitting stance as we call it, to warm up my hips and stuff. But you're not going to find me doing hardly any, quote, warm up for any of my workouts. You're just going to see me just jump into the workout and starting off gradual and slow, because that's the best way to prepare ourselves for the work to come much of the time. You also want to be looking at just anything that needs to be addressed in the moment. So sometimes you might have a tight back or hips or something, and that you might want to stretch a little bit and so forth. But that's the big thing that you want to have is you want to just basically start doing a lighter version of what you're about to do. And that's the most applicable way to warm up for anything. And if you're doing things that have very little resemblance to what you're about to do, you're not really warming up for what you're going to do. You're warming up for whatever that thing is. So if I run on the treadmill for 15 minutes, I'm warming up to go running, not to go and do calisthenics. And as always, I'm a big fan of listen to the body. And this also goes along with building up a pain-free body. And use whatever abilities you have in the moment. My training is very adaptive. It's very intuitive. I never give people, this is how many sets and reps you should be doing at this weight or anything like that, because you're always going to be a kind of a different person from one workout to the next. So if you come in and you're tight and you're stiff and you're tired and you're like, oh boy, I was like, yeah, we're going to ease in a lot easier, maybe even do an easier workout in general. I'm not going to just throw you to the wolves with the hard and fast stuff. But if you come in and you're ready to rock and roll, I'll be like, okay, loosen up here, do a little crawling movements, make sure, okay, you good? Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's just go. We've got this idea that exercise is supposed to be this really big deal. Like it's this really foreign thing for the body to be doing. And that's a big problem, because if just simply doing a squat or push-ups and pull-ups feels like this weird foreign thing for us to be doing, that means we need to be doing more of those things. It should be second nature to move and use our body. It shouldn't be something that requires a whole lot of preparation unless you're using your body to a more extreme level.